what I wanted to do real quick is I wanted to talk with you guys and tell you how I actually use the PermaGreen in my program today. So here where I live, again, it's going to be different depending on where you live and what your programs look like, but living here in Northwest Indiana, we find it best to run 6-step lawn programs to keep our lawns double dark green and thick, right? Now, what we found to work best for us, especially in the spring and toward the end of the season where we're very unsure about how cold it's going to be or how warm it's going to be because the temperatures are doing this and they're often going in and out of freezing territory, which for an all liquid program is no good. We have since then hybridized our program to have steps 1 and 6 be a granular, and if the temperature permits on the day we're spraying, we do run a herbicide in there to spot spray any weeds that are popping up in the lawn. Mostly in the first application, the last application of the year we don't do that, but yeah, from a culturally corrected standpoint, the PermaGreen has been a dream in that round. Now, what I've done before, spraying liquids out of it, liquid fertilizers, it can be done, but just mind you that you are going to have to go over your lawns a couple of times with it, right? And that's not really something I want to be doing with it because that defeats the purpose of the machine, right? So in my opinion, I'm just going to stay away from applying fertilizers out of it at all costs. I got a skid sprayer for that, not a big deal, right? So from an efficiency standpoint, spraying liquids out of it can be done, but it's not the most practical. If you're going to get a PermaGreen, I would suggest using it for what it's designed for, which is granular and liquid, because I got to say, we are now in May, and I literally just got done with round 1 out of the PermaGreen, which is our granular crabgrass pre-emergent and starter fertilizer combo, as well as some T-zone in there with a little bit of ester for the cooler temperatures to help with spot spraying weeds. That has ran very well out of the PermaGreen, and we haven't really had any problems. Now, like anything though, make sure you stay on top of the machine, make sure you tune it up, make sure you keep all the bells and whistles cleaned and lubricated. I have cleaned it, that's right, I didn't lose these. The tie that they were on before ended up breaking when I was out using it just because of the type of tie it wasn't strong enough, so went to Menards and bought these little hooks and they work perfectly. They're not going anywhere like that. And all of this, all the components on the inside, I have since then put in some fluid film just to make sure that no corrosion will happen. And I will acknowledge it is pretty dusty under there. I will be cleaning this off when I get done with round 1 because the PermaGreen will be sitting for a bit. And this area here, which was pretty dirty back in January when we shot that, I cleaned this off too. You can see it's still a little dusty from round 1, but yeah, after all is said and done, I'll come in here, clean all this off, come down here, all the little springs and components, spray on some silicone lube, and just keep all that lubricated, and yeah, maintaining the bells and whistles on my machine. You really shouldn't have any problems with it, and I can tell you from experience running it the way it's meant to be ran, which I should have done to begin with, it did well, and it's a really great machine. It is. It fits in tight spaces, it gets the job done quickly, and it cuts down the amount of time that we're on the property and allows us to move faster while also maintaining that quality that we take pride in our small business. So PermaGreen for that, not dogging on you guys at all. I really appreciate what you guys have done for me in helping me move faster with my granular applications.